Hello everyone, it's 1 a.m. here on the West Coast and I just came across a graph and I should be getting to sleep, but I wanted to make this real quick and show you all. I mean, this is quite telling here. Gold price versus the COMEX inventories versus the ETF holdings. I'm sure a lot of you have heard that the COMEX has been being emptied out along with the ETFs holdings, like the GLD being sold off because of the decline. You know, that's when a lot of the sheep will get out when everything's falling. You know, they like to bail, so they don't like to get out at the top and get in after it's bailed. But anyhow, nonetheless, what this is when the Bundesbank requested their 300 tons of gold. And they were told by the New York Fed it would take 7 years to get their 300 tons. Now, that's only a portion of what's held at the New York Fed, but I thought this was interesting because I hadn't quite seen this. This is from Jim Sinclair's Mindset, jsmindset.com. It's on his site. Germany says, give us our gold, and then we get an orchestrated hammering of the gold market. And we have a COMEX holdings. This goes back, starts at July 2011 and goes to July 2013. So the yellow part is the COMEX holdings. Now, they were around 11 million ounces, and now 4 million ounces of gold's been taken out of the COMEX inventories. And then on the ETF holdings is the green part. The ETF holdings have gone from over 9 million ounces held to below 6, just above 5.5 million. So I did some calculations and I come up with 7.5 million ounces have been freed up out of these two locations. And at 32,150 ounces per ton, we got 233 tons here. So mission accomplished? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But you know, to me, this is quite telling, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But it totally amazes me that there hasn't been an audit since 1953 of the gold in Fort Knox. You know, there was a partial. They only, I think, audited like 5% of the bars and assayed maybe less than 1%. So there's never really been a full audit. Now, if you got the world's largest gold hoard and you went off a gold standard in 71 because you had too much gold flowing out because the dollar was convertible into gold and so much gold was leaving, and you never do an audit after that point, and until now, Ron Paul was trying to get an audit, didn't happen. I think there were all Democrats jumped ship after joining on the bill, and then at the last second they all voted against it. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but you know, truth is stranger than fiction, everybody. I mean, I personally don't believe the gold is in Fort Knox, and I don't know how much is in the New York Fed, but this is really interesting. I mean, push is going to come to shove at some point, and you know, when the shit hits the fan, I'll be happy to be holding some real money in my hands. That's all I can say. Well, one last thing I forgot I wanted to show you. This is from Zero Hedge back in January. This here shows you the amount of gold that's supposed to be at the New York Fed. And this here's the 300 tons that Germany is requesting, is repatriating. So 7 years to deliver this amount here when you have this much over here. I don't know. I'll give you an opportunity to explain that to me. Incredible.